Hello, hello. I'm here. I hope you can hear me. Hello. Hello. We are playing What Remains of Edith Finch today. I saw this gameplay before, but I never played it myself. Um, so I don't know how I will do. um, I might have to adjust the sounds, or because I don't know if it's gonna be loud, or I don't know about the way she talks, if it's gonna be loud yet. So I might have to adjust that. Hello, hi, welcome. Do you know this game? It's such a pretty game. Pretty and sad. So I have this little bee here that I got today. So cute. You saw the Dakar games played? Yes, I've seen them played and I've seen it before that too. Yeah, so I've seen it a few times. Cute, right? Oh, and also I'm finally wearing this t-shirt. I don't know how if you can see it. The detective t-shirt. So yeah. Okay, it looks cool. Let's see. I wonder how I do this.
A lot of
Okay.
this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. Actually, the voice was kind of quiet, right? Very quiet, okay. So I added to it, but we might add a bit more.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. It sounds loud enough now. Oh.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oh, I can zoom. Okay. Okay, I have to get used to this.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Phew. So the voice is
In her
okay.
will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
So the voice is okay for you too now, right?
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
This looks so cool.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Mm. It's quieter than my voice, but you can hear it, right? Or should I add to it? You'd increase the volume just a bit more. Okay, we can do that. I want it to be enjoyable. One or two. Something like this. Also, I might give a little to the sensitivity. Let's see. Ah.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's so cool. I love it so much. It looks so amazing. Especially from inside, but from outside too. So cool. Don't mind me if I just stop and walk around. Look around.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
You know, so many missing posters of the same person, but
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
oh, this game is still so pretty.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
No? Oh, okay.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay. Oh, there's the... what's the name? Sling? Oh, what's the name for that?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
I love that there's so many details. So many things in the house.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay, I'm already going to cry.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Hi Rex, right? Oh my god. I think the writing is so amazing in this, like, even these sentences, like, I felt like home, but instead of a family, there was just the memory of one. Like, oh my god, love this game. Yeah, me too. Me too. So many cans. Oh my god.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
There's so much fish, yeah.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Edie. Okay, so I think I'm gonna play this really slow because I just love it so much. Look at these pictures. Too close. Huh. Okay. Oh.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, this place is a lot.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh, that house looks cool too. Oh, is the TV on top of the books? Oh my god. Birdies. All of these memories. Oh my god.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh. Oh, I do this with the mouse, okay.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
No, Barbara Finch. Yeah. Oh.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
How? Lots of pictures and memories here too. All of the stories.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So cool, so many things and so many books. What's that? That girl has a dog nose or something. It's a mask, I guess. Going.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
This?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
It's so pink. The weird gravity's rainbow.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay. Swan Hofstad Finch and Edie.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Feels different when you play after you know what's going on. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. It's kind of morbid and beautiful how their rooms are preserved. Yes. Your room would be a mess. Oh my god, mine too. Let's not do that to our rooms.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So cool.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
This is so cool. Okay.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Can you imagine that there's a room that you were always just looking at through a peephole all your childhood, and now you're just going in?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Yeah. You would get too curious and break in.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Yeah, I guess I would try to do that too. Anything here?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
A painting. Yeah. Okay, there's a diary. Anything else? Oh, there are the masks. That I saw one of these on a girl on one of the pictures, so I guess that was Molly. Whew, okay. I'm nervous, but let's do this.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh! Yes?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
I don't think that I've seen this before. Trying to eat the fish. Oh, so dark.
I kept eating and eating.
Yum, yum, yum.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Poor Molly. Okay.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay, what do I do? Ah, okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Can I jump there?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh, where do I jump now? Don't eat those, yeah. Or maybe there. Oh, it's up there.
Boop. I jumped and I almost got her.
She's angry. Oh. Oh, I'm so tiny.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
My God, where are you going?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Where could I jump? There. Uh-huh.
I gobbled her up,
Okay.
and suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Should I see it?
Rabbits.
Ah. Oh, I don't even see them. Ah. Come on. Yes. Poor rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
What?
A mama rabbit.
Ah, there.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay. This shark bit is pretty funny, actually. Oh, how you're just rolling down the hill? Only if she had dinner right. But maybe they would have had rabbits. Who knows? Okay, this is gonna work. The controls are so strange for me. Fish out of water,
I
yes.
rolled off a
Oh,
cliff and into the ocean.
we were
Now,
almost
I was
hit by a
hungrier
car.
than ever.
Than ever, sorry. I never knew how people
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
didn't lose the seal. I never saw
I
where
tore
the
off
seal
her
was.
flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where is it? Ah! Oh no, I lost it. Ah!
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, this looks so cool.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, there's a bird. Can I eat the bird? Oh no, it flies away. The circle of life, yeah. Okay, I'm going up the stairs. Oh, hi. Oopsie. Okay. So hungry, yeah. I felt
I
like
wanted
this
to
today.
stop, but also I didn't.
I was this hungry too.
Belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor, in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
Oh, come on, I can't eat you?
Put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed.
Do I have to go the other way? The game just turned.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
Fine, I'll spare you.
Shot with a longbow till he's sober. Shot with a longbow till he's sober. Shot with a longbow till he's sober.
You're small fry.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe.
Okay, almost.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oops. I'm just sliding here. Oh, no, don't. Don't go back to the toilet. Oops. Okay, it's gonna be okay now.
I got closer and closer.
This is so cool.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So sad. That was cool. I heard a cat. this one confused you a bit. You always thought she died from falling out the window, but it makes more sense that she just died from eating the holly berries. Yeah, I think she just hallucinated because she got poisoned. So I'm guessing these were hallucinations. But maybe she did fall out of the window because she was hallucinating. So maybe it was the two. I guess we will never know. But I mean, if she could write a diary, then maybe she was just simply hallucinating. That's your guess too, the hallucinations, and she died in her bed. Yes. Poor girl. Yes, the first time I saw the game, I was so confused too, like,
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
There's just pictures of her birds. Oh, and that's a snake in a bird cage. Slurpee. Oh. Purpley? I can see that. Bob. Is that Burpee? It's a snake cage now, yeah. Shrine sketches? Can't see that one. Can we crouch or something? Oh, we can just zoom.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
My Friend Bigfoot. Sam Medal Ceremony. 63 Sam Photo Award. Conspiracy Now. Weird America. The Finches. Edith interview. And random junk. Molly concepts. Ooh, she made some designs. The Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Odin Finch. This is a book by Odin Finch. 72-year-old woman. Oh, she would tell me.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. Okay, mural sketches. Yeah. The Illusion of Life. The Jungle Book. The Magic Carpenter. So many books. And they are like almost all of them are different. Okay, built 1937. Is this Owen Finch?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, Sven, it's Sven. I never think that that's an S because it's like a small S. Okay. That letter always confuses me in that form. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
There was something else here.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
It's so cool.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That was cool.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, let's go to the pink bathroom. Oh, that's pretty. Louis, Milton, Edith, Gus, Dawn, Gregory. Oh my god, all of them. Jesus.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, so many toys. Oh, so many pills. Baby Bubble Bonanza. National Park. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This is so cool. I love these things, these kind of things so much. Okay. Holman Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, this is like a Resident Evil house. Yeah, kind of. Just without the horror and the zombies and all the goo and stuff. It's just kind of like creative and cozy. Milton was here too. What do you think happened to Milton? Oh, by the way, I started playing The Sinking City. It's so cool. I really love the visuals. It's just my type of thing that I like. I just wish I knew what I have to do in the game. But I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. Okay, Fort Calvin, Fort Sam.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Is there a lot of fighting in the game? I'm in the beginning, so I don't know much. I did one quest, and then now I'm trying to do some side quests, and there are a lot of monsters, but you don't really necessarily have to fight. You kind of have to run away. For now, at least, there's just too much. I can't really fight them. So,
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
So for now, it's more like running away than fighting. At least I think so.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, I never noticed the other kid who's filming. Because you know, it's like an investigation plot of some kind. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more like using my abilities.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh. Such a strange family.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Okay, come on. Maybe I won't fly away. Just a nice little swinging.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Okay. Almost there. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm too much of a coward for this. Jesus. Oh. Damn.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Ah.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay. The story builds up so much dread for you. You think it's the one that made you the most tense the first time you saw the game? I don't even remember how I felt the first time. I was, what's the word? Infatuated. So I really liked the house. So I was really curious of what else we would see. Because I really love these kind of places with these
After the funeral,
hidden
Edie roped off
things.
Calvin's half of the room.
So these hidden passages and like all the stuff and everything. I remember really liking that part of the game.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Can't jump on the bed. Okay, let's go back down. Okay. It squeaked. This is so cool.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I guess this is just where I come out, right? Milton was here too. Spooky Pumpkin, Dark Souls shortcut.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Okay, so Barbara's room. It's not even like a real room. It's like, I don't know.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Okay. So, you guys seen this game too. Is this gonna be the comic, right? Or... because there's a copyright music in the game, as I remember. But that's when we go down, right? To the basement? Or not? I don't remember. But I remember, I think it was cut, that part was cut out maybe from the Descartes games playthrough also. You don't remember? Because I was thinking that if that part comes, maybe I'm just gonna be silent and edit that part to be able to upload to YouTube. Because I'm not sure. I think that's gonna be, maybe that's gonna be copyrighted or something. So if we do that music, maybe I just won't speak for that part. We'll see.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Thanks, babe.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Okay. No. Oh, yeah, I do this with the
She
mouse.
found the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, it's coming.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ooh.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused.
Oh my god.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ah, didn't break. Wait. When I played Alan Wake, one of the things I did was that I kicked all the chairs I could find. Ooh! It was so funny. Where am I going?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
No!
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Another way? Ah, there.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time.
Aw. Poor.
He took it all pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Oh wait, is this the Halloween theme? Is that the Copperton song? Yeah, I guess so. Probably. So I guess that was the problem. It's depressing that she's one of the few Finches that didn't die in an accident, got murdered. But by her husband? Or some hoodlums? Fucked up. Yeah. I don't think she had a husband. That was her boyfriend, right? I wonder. I guess it's up to interpretation, probably. I wonder if there must be some videos that analyze these stories. And they probably say some clever things about stuff, or what means what. I love the colors on this uniform. Penelope's diner, right? This is where I came from.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Because there was an ear in it? Probably. Or because you could go down to the basement, but anyway.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we can't go up there, I think.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
It's interesting that nothing is even dusty. Like, there should be some cobwebs and
Whenever
stuff.
people ask
right?
me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Like, they left the house a long time ago. Who's here? Oh, that's Molly. Okay. Oh yeah, the I wanted to say something about the chair kicking in Alan Wake. So I went around and kicked all the chairs that I could, and I jumped on the chairs that I could jump on. It was pretty funny. And one time I died like that because it was kind of a bug, I guess. I got stuck and then I just fell out of the environment and I died. It was so funny. Okay. Oh yeah, I do this with the mouse. Okay, because I usually have to click and then move up, down, left, right with the things. And now I just have to rotate the mouse when I do that. Okay. This is kind of like Resident Evil 2, right? Like in Resident Evil 7. That first save room. Safe room. But like also without the dirt and the goo. So cool.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, is this it's a dragon head. So cool. Like from the Dragon Slide miniature version or something.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Just your typical American death house? Yes. And also the sneaking between the walls. That was always so strange to me, that you can go between the walls.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
I mean, you can go in the walls. Into the walls. Okay. This is so cool.
She was hiding a lot more than that.
This is so amazing that you can go down here through the fridge. This is pretty dark for me too.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Poor Walter, I really feel sorry for him.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
God. First aid kit. Oh, that's a cozy couch. Oh, what's this? Oh, fake window. What did he do here all this time? Oh my god. Okay.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
30 years, how did you pull that off?
I always
right?
expected to be dead tomorrow.
It's crazy.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Always the same thing every day.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
At least he had a radio.
And then one day, everything just Stop.
You get bored just being at the office. Ah. Can only do it this way? Oh.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
I don't want to let go. Let's go! Freedom!
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
This one really hit me hard when I first saw it. Even if it kills you, you say, yeah, get off the tracks. Well, he thought it was a monster. Poor guy. Yeah, and he said he would be happy even if just one day, and he didn't even get that. Not even a minute, probably. So sad.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Emotional support bee. Water. Poor Water. I don't know why this one, but this one, Water story, is really...
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
I think it was one of the most shocking one to me. Like, one of the most shocking ones.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
This fucking line. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Oh my god.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
I don't know what to say. So there was a flood or an earthquake or something. So there was no train anymore after. Later, I mean. But when Walter was still here, I guess the train was still coming. And probably the flood was after that. And the thing collapsed or something like that. Oh, jeez. So pretty.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
So
maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
These are so cool.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'm gonna cry. Jeez.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I love that they turn on as we come. I'm sure this is perfectly safe. Yeah, okay. Let's go.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, right. True.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
So, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy, Christopher, Shadow, oh, cool name, Bob, Oliver, Shotzi, Bailey, Oh, Bailey has a big one. Oh, this is so cute. Frog. So I guess that's someone's too on the frog, but we can't see that. And those doesn't even have names. Don't even have names. And that was a bunny and that was a fish. Okay.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
And as I saw a lot of other things too. Okay. Molly Finch has a cat. Colvin Finch. Starship. Spaceship. Swan Finch. Edie Finch. Ah, books. Yeah. Water Finch. Barbara Finch. A star. Yeah. This is so cool. Okay. Oh.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Well, she lived that, right? I think. Lived through that, if I remember correctly.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That old house looks so cool in the water with the red light. I love it so much.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Every night? It's so cool. Okay. Wait. No, this is a dead end, right?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory Finch, Sam Finch, Gus Finch.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Okay. Sanjay, Lewis.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So when you first saw the game or played, and she mentioned that there's only one Finch now, or maybe two. What were you thinking? Because first I was thinking that she's talking about Milton, because she said that Milton's body was never found, so maybe he's still alive somewhere. So I was thinking that she was talking about Milton before she told us her pregnancy. Also, when she said that something like you have to know about your family or something like that, I thought that she was talking to the player, to us, and then she revealed it.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
But yeah, if you look down, you can actually kind of see the belly. So we could have looked at it any time. But it's also not necessarily a pregnant belly, but it turns out it is.
They were both pretty intense.
At 17.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh yeah, this part has a really chill music.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay. Oh, what a cool TV.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
That's for
These
sure.
memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Can I move?
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
Ah.
What?
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Oh, the Finch trail map.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Oh, oopsie.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
In the forest?
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Hermos. Alan Wake. Oh, cool.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No, you're pretty interesting.
Give me a minute to check the map.
Ooh, gone. Okay.
Let's see. Maybe.
Where? Ah, there.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where is it now?
I'm over here, Dad.
Yeah? Okay.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
I hate hunting. I really hate it.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Safi. That must
Of all
be...
these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
It must be so horrible to see that happening right before your eyes. So this is kind of the worst death because someone was there to witness it. Yeah, right? I mean, and not just someone, his own daughter. It's horrible. It's even worse than just someone witnessing it. Ugh.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so traumatic. Yes. Still, it would have been nice if Edith knew all these things. Oh, Gregory. Okay. That's heavy
okay?
stuff too.
Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, what do I have to do here?
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Did anyone see any of the other
I
deaths?
wonder what he saw.
You don't remember that they did. Well, the fish guy at work.
He reminded me so much of
That's
Calvin.
Louis, I think.
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Whee! I should catch a duck, right? Ah! Ah! I should get on the whale, I think. So cute! Oh! Yes! Okay.
It sure made him happy.
So, I saw this whale in a horror game and other things, some other objects from this game, they were in a horror game. I was like, this is from Edith Finch. Ooh. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, again. That's why I don't play platforming games. Oh no, you forgot about this death. He's so helpless and it could easily have been avoided. Yeah. Oh.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
I know.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. Hey, there's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Yeah. She doesn't even say anything about this one. She had a little comment about all of them, but not about Gregory. I guess there's nothing to say. So I think this one was kind of the hardest one for a lot of people because Gregory was so young. He was just a baby.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
And Gus looks so cool with that hair, that punk hair.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Ooh. So do I have to collect all of these letters, right? Oh. Yeah, so one of my biggest problem is that when I have to move the arrows on the keyboard, I never push the one that I want to. Woo. So I guess it's not this
My father
line?
made him come, of
Oh.
course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
It's hard because it's definitely the mother's fault, but you would not want her to suffer for the rest of her life because of it. We all make mistakes. Yes. Yes, and I guess she was just really, I don't know, riled up because I think they were in the middle of divorce or something, so yeah. It must be really hard. Ah. And it's nice that at least the guy didn't blame her. Like he knew how much she must be suffering.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remembered.
Husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I can't get it! How do you guys do this? Can I just move somewhere else? Oops. Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Rex, are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at how clumsy I am? How dare you? Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. Why are you going up? I'm not even pushing that button. Let's just go this way then. Ah, there. Woo!
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
This looks so cool. You once forgot to strap your infant son into his car seat when you drove home from shopping. I'm glad nothing happened. No, you're not. You're not laughing at me. I think you're probably lying. How dare you?
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Whoa. Oh, such cool lightning. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Poor Gus too.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
I mean, if it was that bad of a storm, why did they let him just be out there?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I mean, the whole thing must have been pretty dangerous. Not just for Gus, but for anyone at the wedding. I don't know. What? You're laughing with me? Yeah, sure, I'm sure. The Finches don't seem to be the most responsible. Yeah, that's kind of sure. True. We couldn't say that. But they are very responsible. Okay. Oh, what's this? Raise flag. Breakfast. Quiet time. Oh, I want quiet time too. Who has time for quiet time? That sounds so nice. Duties. Dawn sweep trash. Gus mop mow yard. Greg be a baby. That's cute. Routine. Jump rope. Oh, jumping jacks. Oh, that's a lot. Jesus. Push-ups. Crunches. Run to mailbox and back. That's not so bad. That wasn't so far away. But the other, like 100 and 150 of those? No. Big no. Never. Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
This is such a nice little space too. Holy Bible.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
I don't want to go out yet.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
They're cute. Look at them. Cuties. Fly to India. Meet with relief rep, pack. After school teaching. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Wow. Oh, call mom and grandma once a week. That's a good reminder. I was just thinking yesterday that I have to call my grandpa. So I think I'm gonna call him tomorrow.
Okay. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Basil, sage, thyme, mint.
And to see kids in the house again.
Oh, this is Milton's drawing too. Oh, cool. Edith? I love this little garden. It must have been cool when the plants weren't dead. Oh, there's a little figurine on the watering can. So cute. This is Dawn's.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, it's so crazy how they just kept building to the house, how they just kept adding parts. That doesn't look safe at all, to be honest. Oh, there's the old house. So I wonder, is this there's no electricity, so what powers this?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Absolutely not. not safe, right? Fact or fiction? Or family history? Oh. Oh my god. Such cute birds.
But it didn't last.
Scientific method. Observation, question, research, hypothesis, I guess. Experiment, data, conclusion. Oh, cool. To teach, to learn. Dawn Finch. Oh, she wrote that? 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait. What's this? It's all the names. What's this? Louis. And what? Louis rules. Okay.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Sounds like an infrastructure nightmare. Yeah. Like, look at this. Oh my god. And this is Milton's castle. And it's so windy. He could have just easily fallen from here, but then they would have found him, I guess, so that's probably not what happened to him.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
But it's nice that he had his own little castle. It's so cool. I think there's nothing here. Just a cool view. Okay. Oh yeah, this music's so cool. I love this music. Milton's. Oh wow, that looks cool. Okay. Oh, I can smell this. All the paint and stuff.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Achoo! You need patience for this. So many pages.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
And it's interesting how cartoon style Milton's portrait is. What she drew, it's so different from the other ones. Okay. Let's go back, I guess.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What did Milton find? What? Do you have any theories about Milton? Can go this way. There are races. It must have been cool to... So they have this as the classroom, and it's so high up. And you can just look out, and it's, oh, so cool. It feels like a good environment. At least I would definitely enjoy it.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Wow, everyone played this game so fast, and it's already been 2 hours. What the heck? I'm really playing it slow. But I love it so much. I just want to explore.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I didn't even move. I just looked that way. Time flies when you're... Time flies when you're watching people die, okay? Thank you.
Louis Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Rex. I can always count on you. Oh yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm afraid of this.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Yeah, this is when you have to do both the fish cutting and the imagination.
I asked him to describe it.
But this is gonna take a while for me, because I'm really not good at stuff like this.
He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth.
Oops.
He'd feel his way about.
This is your favorite? I think this is one of my least favorite. Oh, this is dead end.
Then something moved. Bats.
Bats?
And toads.
It can go that way. Oh. So that was a wall.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh. Okay. Don't you even remember this, that I have to cut a fish to
But he took it very seriously.
get through the maze.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Oh, where am I?
Daydreaming at the cannery.
Oh, okay.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Good thing that I know the story, because I can't listen to the story at all.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hi, puppy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh my god.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
It's fascinating mix of gameplay and narrative and how they complement each other. Yeah, that's definitely done well, that part.
Then he made musicians.
I think I never liked the design of this imaginary world, and maybe that's what bothered me.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
They are cute though, as they dance.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Reliable chopping.
Then one day it struck him.
Yes?
That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh, up there.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Yeah, and I think it was a bit too long for me. Like, this is pretty long. I think this is maybe one of the longest stories.
St. Louis.
So I think this could have been...
He started drifting away from our reality.
Shorter, this sequence, this part.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh my god. That
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
You really like the music here and how it builds and expands. Yeah, that's done well too. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just personally
In Lewisburg, he
not
heard
my
rumors
favorite.
of a
So beautiful prince, right? Ah.
beautiful prince.
Woo! Turn little boat, ship.
The prince was on his own quest for
Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows,
more. Oh, no! Oh, damn it.
He followed the sound of his...
Electric guitar.
electric sitar.
A sitar, that's good too. Eeh.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Whew. You do agree? It's a bit long. It's not one of your favorites either. At least I'm not the only one. But I don't hate it. It's still good. It's just not my favorite. And yeah, it is a bit long.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Compared to the other ones. Oh, fishies. They're starting to pile up.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I absolutely didn't remember that doors are opening with me.
Someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
With me cutting fish head.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Ah!
It was hard to argue with him.
What is this door? Oh. Eek. Bloody mop.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh, Louis.
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
That's us. That's Louis.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
They are so cute though. Cute.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Let's dance. Last dance. Hi.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
My prince. My beautiful prince.
There was only one thing left to do. bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
How sad. This one too, right?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Always going for the BL stories. Obviously. How could I not? Oh, there's the prince in the box. Okay. Ah, poor Louis. I love that thing there in the water. I wanna be there, just sitting there, surrounded by water, surrounded with water, whatever. Okay. Where do we go? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Look at this. It's a dead end. Where do I go now? Surrounded by water is correct. Oh, nice. Surrounded with water works too, but isn't as common a way of saying it. Ah, okay, so my first one was right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. San Juan Ale. Ah, here. I thought this door was closed. I mean sealed.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Oh, okay.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Oh, this is such a nice little kitchen part. Oh, I love it.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Disaster relief, Sanjay Kumar, evac specialist. O God, you have called your servants to ventures of which we cannot see the ending, by paths as yet untrodden, through perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Bed?
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Somehow in stories, holding off information never works out. It's never the way to protect someone. It always turns out bad.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Wow.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
It's like a Greek tragedy. It always causes misfortune.
I got turned around.
Oh, did I?
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Memories.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
So cool. How was this in the water? Looking like this. Oh, that looks so cool.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Ah, my grandma had one of these sewing machines that you have to make it work with your feet.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car and...
It drives me nuts that we didn't see what happened. I want to know. It was so exciting. It was the old house in the ocean, and we could go there, and we didn't. We don't get to know what's happened. Ah, I can't.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
This is so cool.
My mom didn't like to talk about it.
This is one of the coolest things ever.
But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
I'm gonna cry.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
I need emotional support. B.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
I need my hand.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Yeah, I was really hoping that I won't. I will be able to stop crying on stream, but I did cry after all. That's all that remains. Yeah. The end of everything. Finish all stories. That's our achievement. Such an amazing game. So pretty and so sad. It's okay. Thank you. I really love these ending credits too. It's so cool. I think this is always gonna be... Thanks, Johan. See Johan's name in the ending credits. Oh, okay. I think this is always gonna be one of my favorite games. I just love it when something gets to my emotions this much. And I saw it played like, I don't know, at least 3 times. But maybe more because I even rewatched some gameplays. It's not a long game, so it's easy to rewatch a gameplay. And I'm still crying. So, yeah. I think it's really pretty. It's a pretty story. These kids' photos are so cute. And all the little details, it's just amazing. So many details everywhere in the house, in the ending credits. It's so amazing. A pretty story about not so pretty subjects, yeah. But it really makes you think, right? About how it was a curse, or even they or what if they just cursed themselves and caused these misfortunes for themselves. It's really cool how it makes you think about this stuff. Okay, the replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. That was really cool. Oh my god. I'm glad that I finally played this game myself. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here and experiencing it with me. Probably you've all seen it before too, so not for the first time, but experiencing it with me again. So yeah, here's my little bee again. for cuteness, for some happy cuteness. And really, thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Quarkzeit, if I'm saying your name right. Thank you. And see you next on Wednesday for Observation Duty 6. It was fun to revisit the story again. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a nice rest of the day, everyone. Have a nice Monday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay. So bye bye everyone. Bye. See you on Wednesday. Bye.